Life has always had war in one corner of the world or another. As long as we have been alive, there has been multiple conflicts from World War II to World War One to conflicts in Afghanistan right now, in Middle East, in Palestine and Israel. For me, it's personal because I came from Afghanistan, a country that has seen war again and again for years. And the truth is, this is not new. This is really not new. And it may not go away soon, at least in Afghanistan. Now, this is not something easy to accept. But understanding this truth is very important for our emotional healing because many of us who come from these environments, even after leaving, we still carry the war inside of us. Not physically, but mentally and emotionally. We may move to a peaceful country, we may have safety, opportunity, and a better environment in a first world country, but what happens? We still watch the news every day. We still follow war updates. We still argue online. We still support one side or the other side of the war. And slowly, we start reliving the same chaos we once tried to escape. This creates a loop, a traumatic loop, a loop of stress, fear, and a loop of emotional heaviness. And over time, this affects our healing in a massive way. Here is something very important to understand. War by itself does not create long term trauma in the way we think. What creates ongoing trauma is how we process it internal. Let me explain this simply. Trauma is usually made of three things. It's a difficult emotion. You may have difficult emotions such as fear, anger, loss, sadness, even hatred. This can come from big events like war, rape, violence, loss of a loved one, but also from smaller experiences such as neglect, punishment, getting bullied, or difficult relationship. Second, trauma comes from negative thoughts. This includes self-attack, attacking yourself in a way that you say to yourself in a very negative tone, harsh tone, thinking you're not enough, feeling helpless, and many other pattern of negative talk, or having perfectionist thinkings. I have to be perfect about everything. I should not have pain. I should feel relaxed all the time. This pattern and fallacy of thinking create a huge trauma. These thoughts keep the emotional pain alive. Third, lack of practices. There are practices which heal the body. Similarly to sleep, good quality sleep heals the body. Not exercising, not journaling, not speaking to somebody who you trust, just a coach, a friend, a therapist. Not giving yourself a space to process emotions through meditation. When these three things come together, the trauma stays alive. Now, here it becomes very important. Many people are no longer in a war environment, but they keep feeding their mind with war. This is insanity through social media, through news, through constant discussion, through emotional arguments. So even though they escape physically, they're still alive in it. We are still living it mentally. So the question is, why do we do this to ourselves? Why do we keep reliving something we tried so hard to leave behind? This is really something to reflect on because this pattern keeps people stuck. It keeps the nervous system in stress. It keeps emotions unprocessed and it slows down healing. And let's talk about the solution. The solution is not to ignore the world, not to be heartless, not to be cold. The solution is awareness. To pause and ask yourself, is this really helping me? Is this really helping people that I care about? Is constantly consuming this information making me stronger or weaker? Or is it creating more stress and confusion into my life? Because healing requires honesty. Another important part is responsibility. You're not responsible for war. You're not responsible for what leaders do. They're responsible. but you are responsible for your emotions, your inner world. You're responsible for what you consume, what you think, and what you repeat daily. This is where your power is, and this is where your healing begins. One of the most important shifts you can make at this is stop reliving what you escaped. You left the war, you left the environment for a reason, to grow, to heal, to build a better life. So do not bring the same chaos back into your mind every day. Forgive yourself. So this does not mean you don't care about others. This does not mean you're ignoring suffering. It means you're choosing to become stronger. Think about this. Who can help more? A wounded person or a healed person? When you become emotionally stronger, when you build your life, when you focus on growth, you become someone who can actually contribute instead of just reacting. So, what can you do instead? Focus on your growth, focus on your education, focus on building something meaningful. Support communities in a healthy way if you want help. But do not destroy your own peace in the process. Take care of yourself, take care of your emotions, because that is your responsibility, that is your power. Remember this: you are not responsible for the war, but you are 100% responsible for your emotions, and your healing is in your hands. I wish you all the best. Have a confident life.